Hello Aquarius, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you are connecting with on a romantic level, what it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. So some of you might hear, I have a cough drop in my mouth, so please don't mind. Where I live, even though I have my humidifier on, it is just really dry because I have the heater on and it's so cold here. Hopefully this weather will get better after some time. All right. So this person that you're connecting with, this could be a relationship, could be a situationship. This could be somebody who you've had an energetic connection with. And when I mean energetic, it's more of just eye contact. Sometimes we do have full out relationships with people where it's just a staring contest and nobody has said anything. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. And for those of you who are new, my method of, I'm getting the word translating. I don't translate, but I receive information and I retrieve information through my higher intuitive self. So I actually don't channel through any spirit guides. I never have. Only at the end of this reading, I do call upon Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, to provide you with some clarity and some guidance in your situation. Now for some of you, this could be the majority of you because only those cards pop up where there's this mass energy coming through. The majority of you here may be in a third-party situation. Now, what is third party? It doesn't have to necessarily be an affair with another person. A third party could also be somebody who you are taking care of. Maybe your time, energy, effort is being spent elsewhere instead of the person who desires you to be spending it with them. So this is something that definitely is occurring in this type of connection that you have. The cards are very, I don't want to use the word all over the place, but they're very haphazard, like emotions run high. And it would be better if somebody here was more focused. However, what I'm seeing is that there is a lack of focus. The first card is the strongest. We have here selfhood, followed by synthesis, and then we have doubt, and then we have betrayal, wild woman, illness, wellness, shape-shifting, wisdom, and then we have challenge under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Aquarius, you seem different now. Certain things have changed about you, and you are no longer that same naive person that I discovered a while ago. Now you've changed. To me, it seems like you're more self-reliant, self-sufficient, independent. And so for this reason, I do feel intimidated. Yes, you were all of these things before, but you were a person that was wrapped in a blanket of mystery. I unwrapped you from that blanket of mystery, and I discovered who you were. And yes, I did take advantage of your good nature. The problem right now, I feel, is I do want to contact you, but I also feel very intimidated. This feeling of intimidation exists now because I see this aura around you, and this aura says, I am single and ready to mingle. And I don't know who I'm dealing with anymore. Before, I knew who you were, but now it appears to me as if I don't know you. And for me to rediscover who you are, that would be difficult for me to do so as well, because I don't know what makes you tick anymore. You have changed and evolved on your own, but I was that catalyst. It wouldn't have happened on its own. I see now that there's a lot of issues that we have had where back in the day things were a little better. There was a sense of peace and harmony in this connection. And now there's a lack of peace and harmony. But what I want to do is restore this peace and harmony and bring it back. Open up to you about certain things that I've been hiding. But I doubt that that'll happen because of what I've done. Because I betrayed you. You thought you knew me, but I acted in a way that was very unpredictable. And then it seemed to you as if you never really knew me at all. I know it's difficult for you to trust me ever again, but I am trying to change. I know it's not good enough, and I know it may not be even worth it. But whatever I went through in this connection with you, yes, it has taught me a lesson. Right now, there's a lack of trust and a lack of faith. It's as if you never really knew me at all, and I completely understand that. The words that I said, the actions that I took, it's as if I was a stranger the entire time. The worst thing is that I could have been more truthful with you, yet I was not. There was a lack of truth and a lack of faith and a lack of trust now. Words were spoken. Paragraphs could have been spoken, but a few sentences were taken out. What you don't know won't hurt you. I wasn't as truthful. I hid things from you, and I was being sneaky. In this connection, there is a sense of deceit, deception, which has led to suspicion. My problem is I wasn't able to give you 100% of myself. And the reason being, there are certain things that are holding me down below the surface of this water. They weigh me down. Burdens, responsibilities, restrictions, emotional trauma, my own issues, my own personal problems. There are many things that weigh me down below the surface of this water and prevent me from coming up. Above the surface is you. You are that sunshine, that shining face. I only wish that I could release myself from my past, certain things that are haunting me, and certain things that I have a responsibility to. I'm not really able to give you what it is that you want. And because there are many other things that are weighing me down. But even though I am with somebody else, on a path with somebody else, my head is turned towards you, and I'm always wondering and thinking about you. I do find it difficult to not think about you. No matter where I go, no matter what I do, I always have this feeling that maybe I'll see you somewhere. But that has not happened. And it's not happening for me. Right now, this entire experience has made me feel very much wiser. I have learned things. And now I see that I am starting to change. The problem is I can't show you that I've changed and that I am changing. There's a lack of communication between us. You wouldn't even believe me if I told you. You don't believe many things now because of what I did. But I am changing. The mistakes that I made, these lessons that I've learned, I now know not to repeat those mistakes. And I also know that all of these experiences have just made me wiser. In this connection, I do feel that it is very, very challenging. For me now, this is a riddle to which a solution cannot be found. A problem that just can't be solved. And this is all because of what I have done. One thing led to the other, and everything just spiraled out of control, and everything landed just downhill. All I want right now is to have the sense of peace and harmony and try to approach you, but I cannot, because I am very intimidated by you now. You have changed. All right, Aquarius. A really deep set of cards here. It's a general love reading. It might not resonate with everybody. And it might even be vice versa for some of you, actually, because of the type of cards there are. They're very intense cards. So some of you may feel that the roles are reversed. It could be. That is possible. But it's only possible because of the type of cards we have here. Betrayal is huge. Wild Woman is huge. Illness, wellness is huge. So is shapeshifting. And we also have challenge. These cards are really big, and usually it's because we mirror the other person, or we're just in the energy of the other person. We're thinking about them so much, or they're thinking about us so much, that our energy becomes intertwined. It's hard to differentiate who's who and who's feeling what. All right, so some of you might be stuck in a third party. This could be, for example, somebody taking care of a loved one, maybe spending time on somebody who is not feeling well, maybe doing a course at night, some type of a training, where they're not able to dedicate that evening time anymore. It could be anything. But there's a lack of effort that's being put in from the other person, and it's not because they're doing it deliberately. It's because they literally just don't have the flexibility to do so. All right. Before they met you, they had other responsibilities and other issues. And That's something that's popping up here. Now, this is a Lover's Path Tarot, so I do read this particular deck in the reverse. And what I look for is the reason why this connection may have gone downhill in the first place. What really happened? Why is there this lack of closure? Something that may have occurred in this connection that started to make this sweet connection very sour and bitter. All right. Let's have a look. We have the Six of Staves and we have the Queen of Arrows. Going to have a look at the Queen of Arrows first. Traditionally, this talks about brilliance and honesty and wisdom. But because we're reading the reverse, this actually talks about how this individual, and this is going to sound bad, from this person's point of view, it was a two-way street. And here we have brilliance. This person was not starting to feel so brilliant. They were not being honest, and they did not feel as if they were wise. The problem is they also felt that you were not as wise either. Here it talks about them not having wisdom in matters of the heart and lacking that self-knowledge. At some point in time, they may have not been able to write or speak or communicate with you effectively. This card does talk about symbolizing losses or wounds, despite having good intentions and speaking sharp words that wound people. So, somebody may have told somebody off, telling them, saying bad things to them, cursing at them, swearing at them, degrading them, demeaning them, that kind of stuff. Here, these sharp words, they wound people and they start to affect the relationships, and that's what happened here. This also talks about psychological or emotional manipulation. This person, Aquarius, at some point in time, there's two things here. And if it doesn't resonate for you, then it'll be for the other person. Somebody manipulated somebody in this connection. Either you feel like you were emotionally or psychologically manipulated by this person and they thought they could get away with it because they were a little more dominating, because they wanted to get what it is that they wanted. This third party kind of situation, this dynamic that existed. It was all about them, and it was all about how they want certain things for themselves. Now, for some of you that might not resonate. This may be also that this person thought that you, to some degree, were very psychologically manipulative and emotionally manipulative. And whatever sharp words and wounds that you had spoken, it actually affected this relationship. So this could be for both of you, could be for just one of you, but take it as it resonates. This is the message that's coming through in this card. If you know it's not you, then you know it's them. Here we also have a Six of Staves. Six of Staves. This does talk about how the feeling of victory is not so much the feeling of what it should be like, victorious. It says victory is elusive. You've done the hard work and you deserve the honors, but they haven't come. Perhaps because of a lack of awareness of those around you and the lack of courage and honor. So this does talk about how this individual really wanted to be recognized for certain things that they had done in this connection. However, if things were a little hush-hush and quiet around this connection, if it was a little more secretive, then nobody is going to recognize this person and say, hey, you did a great job. It's an expectation that this person had that did not come true. They felt like they were the hero or heroine. They wanted to be recognized for their efforts. However, nobody really recognized them. And then they had a lack of courage because of their efforts. They had a lack of courage reaching out to you and being with you the way that you would like them to, because they were not recognized. For them, it was almost as if it was embarrassing. They felt at some point in time like a little person. Little person meaning somebody was demeaning. I'm getting the word demeaning. There may have been sharp words spoken between the both of you. Maybe some fights or some arguments. And in all honesty, whatever was spoken, there's two people here, yourself and this person. You're highly sensitive, both of you. And somebody was not really able to handle those words. Somebody was not able to tackle and handle that type of behavior. It really shook them to the core. Some people are just that sensitive, Aquarius. Why are some people so sensitive? Because it has happened before in their life, usually. Because somebody may have said something to them a long time ago and it just brought back memories. Now either somebody did this to you or you did this to somebody, but either way, there's a lack of wisdom here. There's a lack of encouragement. There's a lack of movement forward because of certain feelings and emotions that were occurring in this connection when the both of you were trying to make it work. Now these aren't all the reasons, but there may be some other reasons why certain things didn't turn out the way that you wanted them to. All right, let's have a look here. I have the Beginner's Tarot. So these are any actions, any plans, any intentions that this person might have towards you. All right. We have here the Four of Wands, then we have the Death card, followed by the Page of Swords, and one more. The Magician, interesting. Very different set of cards. So usually I start from here and then I go there, but I'm going to start from here because this is the overall arching theme, the reason behind all of this. Aquarius, your person of interest right now is feeling as though everything that has happened is all their fault. They are feeling this. They're feeling that whatever this connection turned into, they have turned it into what it is today. They feel that they had the ability of fixing things. They had the ability of mending things and making things better, but nothing really happened. And they never took the initiative. There is feelings here of guilt, remorse, regret, crying over spilled milk, crying over the times that have gone by, but not really seeing the opportunity that exists right in front of them. In fact, there's two cups right behind this individual, but they're not turning around. Whatever it is, some of you may not believe it, but I see this here. Whatever happened in this connection truly and deeply affected this person. They actually feel hurt on the inside. And this is because of what the situation turned into. They just don't like what the situation has turned into. And this is the reason why, and I'm going to start with the other cards now. This is the reason why they want the Four of Wands with you. They want a sense of closure. They want a sense of stability. Home, nice home life, family life. And family could be pets. It could be plants, for example. But just growth and prosperity. We also have here the card Death. There is this understanding and realization that in this connection, certain things need to die before something else is born. And this is metaphorically speaking. Nothing really needs to die, not physically. An emotion, a behavior, a thought process, something needs to change. And that's what's happening here. This is what this person wants to do. They want to put to sleep and put to rest all that happened before, and they want to start fresh. They want to start a new day. Even when they have this in their heart and their mind, they have this plan. We also have the Page of Swords. The issue with the Page of Swords, this is somebody who has lost their confidence. They're sitting on the bleachers all the way in the back, staring from far away, from a distance. They're not really courageous enough to come and see you. And for this reason, this card is associated nowadays a lot with stalking, social media stalking. So if you have a social media account, yes, this person might be searching you up, looking at what you're doing, who are you with these days, how are you keeping busy. And if you don't have a social media account, they could simply be going through your family, your friends, directly or indirectly, trying to find out what it is that you're up to. Either way, there is curiosity, but the curiosity is being held back because of a lack of confidence. It's a page, remember. We also have here a magician. Now, even though they feel like this, what's interesting is in their heart and their mind, they really, really want to start a connection with you. They want to manifest something with you, and they are working on this. The interesting thing about the Magician card is this person in the future at some point is going to want to bend over backwards to accommodate your every need and every desire. The Magician has everything, has all the sweets here. It has the wand, or rather the staff, has a sword, has a cup, has a coin, has everything. They want to be that person who can satisfy you in every way possible. This is their intention. So do they have good intentions towards you? Yes, they do. Are they going to be taking any action towards you? Behind the scenes, yes. The intention here is with the Four of Wands. They do want stability. However, this Death card talks about them doing this in their own heart and their own mind, with their own life, in terms of starting something new, renewing something. But then they also have a lack of courage, yet on the inside, they are trying to manifest you back into their life and try to satisfy you in every way possible. Is this a direct action? Actually, no. These last three cards to me does not seem as if it's direct. This is all this individual working on themselves. They need to work on themselves first. And only after that, they'll be confident enough to actually reach out to you and be with you the way that you would like them to. All right, so what I'm going to do is let's have a look at Archangel Answer cards. Let's see what the angels have to say about this connection. All right. So these messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel. We have here, if you believe. That's a very positive card. It is an indication that you should be in a very positive state and positive frame of mind. However, remember, in order to be positive, you need to be around positive people as well. You don't have to be, but what you definitely shouldn't be is be around negative people. Interesting, you have a timeline within the next few months. We also have here, get more information. We We also have forgiveness, and we have an extra card that just came out. Oh boy, let go. I've noticed with this card, let go, it's a strategy card. This is the card that usually shows up when they are suggesting no contact with this individual. All right. So these messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel. Here we have, they're saying, if you believe that you are going to recover from this entire situation, this ordeal, and some of you need to recover, then you will. Yes, you will. But if you are very negative about it, it's going to be a difficult time for you, and you won't be able to recover as fast. For some of you, if you really are looking to get rid of negative energies and things that have latched onto you, I do have something called the Chakra Checkup. And the only reason I mention it because we have the recovery card. It has to do with your chakras and your physical body. With that package, I'm able to see how many negative energies you have in your home, around your aura, and inside of your body. So I teach you how to get rid of those. You have that package for the rest of your life, and it works quite well. It gets rid of a lot of negative energy. In order to be negative free, you also need to have a positive environment, to be around positive people. So if you believe that you are going to recover from this entire ordeal, and some of you feel very drained, then yes, it is going to work out. And you will have this realization, and so will this person, that this is actually a sacred connection. This is a divine connection. This is a spiritual connection. You guys are either soulmates, karmic partners, twin flames, maybe even more. They are saying, however, that the realization of this is going to take some time. This individual is not going to understand it anytime soon. It's going to take them time. And so they have the one word here, wait. Wait. I'm also intuitively getting a message. The wait card, this hardly happens. The sword of the wait card is touching, well, going towards my white crystal quartz. What I'm getting is, have crystal clear intentions. Have crystal clear thought. Know what it is that you desire and want, and follow that. We also have here, within the next few months, certain things will change for you. And it is important for you to get more information about this particular person. Yes, they were trying to see what you're up to, but it does appear that there's going to be a time when it will be important for you to know more about this individual. Now, is this simply because you want to spy on them? Actually, no. Whatever has happened in this connection, there has been some type of, I'm getting the word misunderstood. There's been some type of misunderstanding. And these days I'm seeing a lot of that word. And what's happening is that the only reason this card came up means that there's a lack of information that you have. And that's why it popped up. So this does mean that within the next few months, there's going to be some type of a chance where you are going to receive some type of information from somewhere through somebody or something. And things are just going to start to make a whole lot of sense for you. Eventually, there's going to be a sense of forgiveness in this connection. And by forgiving somebody, you're also able to have that compassion and letting go of all that has been holding you back, the grudge, the pain, the suffering, the sorrow, the anger, all of that. Letting go is very, very important if you actually also want to heal. I've mentioned before, by not forgiving somebody, you have this negative energy bubble of grudge. It's a grudge negative energy bubble. It orbits around you. And so it's just important to get rid of that bubble. We already have many other negative energies. We don't need one more. The only way you can do that, forgiving somebody, is by having compassion for them. Just knowing that, you know what, they just didn't know any better. If they had, they wouldn't have done this to me. A lot of people don't do things on purpose. when somebody does something, it's usually because they didn't even know that it was going to happen themselves. It is rare, but it does happen where people, they take revenge, they're very malicious, they have different intentions. But in the type of readings that I do, that's not what I'm focusing on. I'm focusing on somebody or two people that got together and where things just, like I said before, spiraled out of control. And there was a lack of direction. Nobody really knew where the other is headed. They didn't even know if this is a promise or not. But here, certain things have happened, Aquarius, and it does appear that the angels are saying to let go of certain frustrations, certain things that keep repeating, certain beliefs. Even this person. Some of you might need to let go of this person. Under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme we have is be assertive. So this definitely talks about being that person who does not have that, I'm getting the word lack of honor. So they're basically saying here, if you were to think of it directly, feel and be that person who honors themselves. Don't be that person that has a lack of self-esteem, because this person will walk all over you. Be assertive, let them know what you're comfortable with, what you're not comfortable with. And know that you need to be courageous and believe in your beliefs. Those are the words that I'm getting right now. Believe in your beliefs and stand up for what you believe in, your integrity. Stand up for your integrity. Yeah. Stand up for your integrity and others will follow you. That's the message I'm getting. Archangel Michael is saying that. All right, Aquarius. This was interesting. A lot of things are happening here. You got recovery, you have romance, you have within the next few months, there's going to be some information, there's going to be forgiveness, there's going to be letting go. Your schedule is jam-packed. And then, of course, be assertive. Let this person know what your boundaries are. And you can always restart and let them know, you know what, I'm not the same person anymore. And that's another thing, Aquarius. When people come back into your life, they're not looking for it, but it is an extra added bonus, a positive bonus, when you have changed and upgraded a little bit too. It makes an individual more interesting, and that's exactly why we have the selfhood card. It seems like you have actually moved on in this person's, from this person's viewpoint, in their eyes. All right. I hope I was able to provide you guys with some clarity, some guidance in your situation. I'm still doing love readings. If some of you need me to do some readings for you, I do have the written reports. They're all conducted by myself. And I also wanted to mention on my other channel, Asnointia Audio, I did upload a new video. This is the other YouTube channel that I have. And it is called Friends with Benefits and Casual Connections, Hookup Culture. So it is a very repetitive, common kind of problem that I keep encountering when I do many of my readings. And so I just thought it's important for me to make a video on that, to explain what it is that truly happens behind the scenes in this person's mind. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys again. Take care. Bye now.